Good morning. It is Friday the 19th. My Health After 40, Part 2, Diet and Exercise, Listening to My Body. Hello, Pikachu. So, going to go over pride and pain are tools. The internet is a gift, and having a purpose that encourages health, encourages a good diet and exercise that fits you. So right now I've got kind of a swollen knuckle area, pain in my hand, pain in my shoulder, pain in my knee, and it's information. It's telling me to be cautious, to be careful, to be aware. And I could ease back and take some time off of my weekly rituals. But my pride is pushing against that. So it's this balance for me between pride and pain. And I need to trust my body to speak to me, to tell me, is this the kind of pain that if I push myself, it's going to become something much, much worse. It's going to be damaging. Or is it the kind of pain that if I just work it out, if I'm careful, if I'm paying attention to it, it'll actually be it's better than if I did nothing. That if I just left it there to stiffen and become less flexible and to let it depress me and all these other things. It's a balance. And it's not that pride's bad or pain's bad. Like I don't, if I need to take medication for pain, which luckily I've almost never had to do, then that's a different story. Then you're lacking information to tell you what you should do, and you should be much more cautious. But if you're not on any kind of medication, so you get to have those warnings, listen to them, educate yourself. So the internet's the gift. Like is a wonderful gift for maintaining health as you get older. You get to see and hear people who have gone through it all before, who say, "Man, I wish these were the warning signs. I wish I had done such and such different." Or, it's all these paths that have been taken before are now being shared as I'm sharing it. So, for example, in jiu-jitsu, there's such a thing as an arm bar, or grappling and submission, grappling. And I was stubborn with it. I fought through it. And it wasn't someone was fighting for an arm bar on me, and they weren't able to straighten my arm because I was just defending it well, but they're really tugging. And even though I was protecting my elbow joint, I was sacrificing my shoulder, and that's what I've been dealing with for more than a week now. And it's the kind of pain where I'm trusting what my body's telling me, so that it's the kind of thing that I can work through. I don't have to stop the jiu-jitsu. I can, but I need to do some things. I need to do some aftercare. I need to hang from a bar, even though it hurts, it's painful, and just let it stretch out. And maybe not do any pull-ups, but just let it stretch. Learning the different kinds, what the different kinds of feelings So for my knee, there was the location of the pain, the what had happened before, and just paying attention to the movements and the subtleties. That's the word, subtleties of it. It's not just a on-off switch. It matters what kind of feeling you have, what kind of pain it is. Be a connoisseur of your body's pain. Like my hand, I had a glove, like a grappling glove, for almost a month to protect my knuckle, and I finally just took it off because I felt I'd become reliant on it, and I'm cautious with it. It hurts, and but I don't believe that I'm making it worse. And that's the thing. If you, I think there's a point for some kind of injuries where if you don't use it, it'll if you don't start using it, it'll be worse. Now, anecdotal, not a doctor, just talking about my own health. I've been lucky enough to avoid surgery, although I hear it around me, this specter of knee surgery. It's my it's like I think that would be my nightmare, to have knee surgery. So I'm being super cautious about that, and I hope that I can maintain this balance going forward. I did a jiu-jitsu tournament outside of my academy. I'd done some internal ones, but I'd done this one, and it was a wonderful, amazing experience. And I didn't get injured. I was very, very happy about that. I did all right. I did both gi and no gi. It was exhausting. It was exhilarating, and I'm very thankful to my team and my coach, who and my teammates. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm happy I did it. If I do it again, I'm gonna wait a while. Definitely want to recover, and it's the kind of thing where I had a lot of there was one fight in particular, one match I should say in particular, where pride pushed me through, and my opponent had a really good choke on me, similar to a bow and arrow choke. It wasn't quite a bow and arrow choke, but he had a nice collar choke on, and I was actually losing consciousness, and my pride pushed me through, and so I lasted out the match, and I felt a fair bit of pain afterwards, because it was just this constant brutal. He won like 25-0, but he didn't submit me, and but it was worth it. There was no injury. There was a lot of pain. I had trouble chewing, a few other things, but I recovered relatively quickly from that. And in that case, I think pride was the correct choice. It was worth it. And I was able to understand my body and know that the pain I was feeling was not injury pain, was not something that I was going to regret in a month or 2 weeks. Yeah, so what has driven me in these past few years, after turning 40, to have a diet that's really worked for me, to really push myself, and to to be more physically fit and have a good diet that pairs with that, has been jiu-jitsu. And for others, I think it needs to be something pretty active, but really anything that has a measure of where you can, there's goals that you can achieve. And for jiu-jitsu, it works really well, because you can you can really see yourself improving, and you get that feedback from your teammates. They're like, oh yeah, you're getting better, you're flowing better, and you have this ongoing conversation. So it's worked for me, and I think it would be good for anyone. But any number of activities. I think something that has you a part of a community is preferred. So sports, sure. Maybe some kind of like club, mountain climbing. I don't know what it is, but having that motivation to get up in the morning and push yourself when you just want to stay in. But you have to go because you have made commitments. You made commitments to yourself, and other people are going to judge you for not going. There's that pride again. They're going to judge you. Pride versus pain. Getting up in the morning and just going. That's where pride's better. Pain. Listen to the pain when it's like, oh, that's a twinge. Maybe I should ease off. Take it slower. Pace. Yeah. All right. See you next time.